This is Keith Fraser for Seconds Out, YouTube's best boxing channel. Well, especially when I'm on it. And of course, especially when Kalle Sauerland is on it. Kalle, great to see you today. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, thank you very much. Happy Valentine's Day to you.
Thank you. You're looking very slick. It looks like you're dressed for a hot date, as you always do.
Several hot dates tonight. Several hot dates.
Well, we've got a hot date, of course, on Saturday night, obviously with Groves-Eubank. This is an exciting fight. I mean, you know, you put aside all the trash talk and stuff, this has got to be a close one and a really exciting one, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think that, the bookies have got Eubank as a favourite, which is brave, given George's background and how he's got here. On the other hand, I can't split them. I think it's going to be a very tight fight. I'm not going to make any predictions here, but I think we're going to see a back and forth, and it will go the distance. That's my opinion. I think you're going to see an absolute epic. That's my prediction.
Well, here's a question for you. Excuse my ignorance, and I'm sure many people out there would probably want to know this. What happens if the fight's a draw? Because I think it's so evenly poised, this fight. It could end up that way.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different methods that we go through. So if it's a draw, the first thing we do is we have a fourth official. So we go to his scorecard. If after his result is taken into account and it's still a draw, we then go to a count back, which we will go through the rounds. So we'll take each round, 12th round, 11th round, 10th round, and see if we can split a winner on that. It's an old golf system. And then there's a few other mechanics, and it goes all the way down the line. Ultimately, if there's no way of doing it through our rule book, and it's a very long rule book, and this is not a joke, we will toss a coin. There has to be a winner for the World Boxing Super Series on the night. If the world champion, because I know some of the boxing enthusiasts will say, well, hold on, what about the world title and stuff? If it's a draw on the normal 3 scorecards, that belt remains with the champion. This is a World Boxing Super Series tournament, so the result for the tournament will be made via us.
I was going to say that, maybe you should have included me when you invented the rules, but I was going to say if you got 12 rounds as a draw, then maybe you should have a sort of sudden death round. How about that?
Yeah, look, there were some suggestions of that also internally from non-boxing people, but I think that the health associations around the world might bite my head off for that, and I think after 12 rounds, it's a physical sport, and I don't mean physical in terms of you can put a tackle in here and there. It's a brutal, full-on combat physical sport, and after 12 rounds, I think it'll be a tough one to send them in there for another one.
Well, look, obviously,
there's a lot of fighters would want to do that, but as a promoter, we'd have to go by the rules.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, of course, it is such an even fight. You're the promoter. I guess you've got to stay neutral. But I guess everyone out there, I'd love to know who you think is actually going to win this fight.
I'll write it down after the weigh-in, and I'll shout you after the fight.
Well, I'll hold you to that. Listen, I really think this is the way to go for boxing. I've said it to you before. For me, for the fans, and we are for the fans this Seconds Out, I think this is the way to go for boxing. And I think it's going to be a great night Saturday night, and I hope you're going to put on a few more of these tournaments, yeah?
Thank you very much. Yeah, no, we're looking now at the second season, looking at weights, probably looking at maybe a lighter weight or 2. But the success of the cruisers in the last few weeks has been amazing. The feedback, thank you so much from the fans on that. That's
I think the welter would be a good one.
Yeah, well, welters are nice. There's a lot. You always got to look at the divisions where the champions are prepared and available to step up. It's in boxing not always the case. A lot of politics around. We're not going to get involved in politics. We want clear answers from the athletes. The cruiserweight's the best example of that. We went in. The 4 champs, including Usyk, who was ultimately the gold medalist as well. All of them signed up. One of them could have easily sat out and said, "Oh, I'll fight the winner of that. I'm not going to go through all those tough fights." And I think the last 2 weekends, if anyone hasn't seen them, to watch those semi-finals at the cruiserweights, you won't see boxing like it. It's absolutely phenomenal, and that's what this is about. And also, when you put on the best, it sells, and that's it catches fire. And this weekend, I'm pretty sure, in fact, I'm almost certain that this will only add to that.
Well, I'm genuinely excited. I'm sure all you guys out there are excited. Kalle, wish you the best of luck for Saturday night.